Hi, everybody. I finally have my SRRV now. I got an email on September 30th saying that it had been approved, that I needed to come in and do an oath taking ceremony uh, and to coordinate with my agent. My agent is Mary Rose Veranda, but I've been working with her assistant or associate, Thelma. I'd give her last name, but I'm not good with Filipino names. But anyway, uh, they said, the email said, do it at 1 o'clock on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, Ann's birthday was the 10th of October, or actually the 9th of October. And so I scheduled the flight out of here on the 10th because I couldn't get a flight that would get there that day early enough or one leaving late enough that day to do either come or go on the same day. So we had to spend 2 days in Manila. So I emailed them back and emailed Thelma and Mary Rose, and they said, yeah, the 11th will be good, Friday the 11th. So we flew out on the 10th, spent the night in a condo we rent there every time that we go to Manila. Went there the next day, then flew out Saturday. Got back yesterday because this is Sunday the 13th, I think. Yeah, Sunday the 13th. Anyway, what it was like, we got there at a little early, about 12:30. Thelma was not there yet. There were some other people there waiting and going through paperwork and signatures and thumbprints and all that while we were waiting. And she texted us and said, I'm sorry, I'm running late. I'm at the clinic with some other clients. I'll be there as soon as I can. So by the time she got there, everybody was gathering in the room where we did the swearing in ceremony. So we rushed over there. She had me sign paperwork and give my thumbprints on the paperwork and all that. And while people were talking and all that, and there was about 20 people, 20 foreigners there. I think I was one of 3 Americans that I knew of. There was an Australian, and a lot of people looked like maybe Filipinos, uh, residents of other countries or something, or Taiwan or places like that. But anyway, before the swearing in ceremony, after I filed all the paperwork, she had me look at my passport sticker. This is a sticker they put in my passport. She gave me my passport and said, look at all the information, make sure everything's correct. Did that. Everything looked good. And then she gave me my ID card and had me check all the information on that, make sure that was all good, set to go. After that, I was called into a room by myself with another gentleman, me and him sitting there at his desk talking. And he asked me questions like, what was my employment in the United States, retirement, and all this, and a couple other questions. Mostly we just chatted because I was former Navy, and he knew the area that I live in and all that. And we got done talking, and he told me that they did an interview with everybody just to make sure they don't have any terrorists coming into the country or criminals or anything like that. Said I was clear to go, so I went back into the room with the other folks. Then the general manager of the Philippine Retirement Authority came out, gave a speech, told us, welcomed us to the Philippines, welcomed us into the SRRV program, told us some of the benefits we get, stuff like that. Said how wonderful it was to have us in the country, all that. They call him GM Bob. His name's Robert something. But anyway, very nice gentleman. After that, they handed out these folders to us. And with these, try to get everything straightened out here. They gave us these and had us read everything. And of course, this is where I had to put my thumbprints on these. They called us up one by one, gave us these, and after everybody was in line, they did the swearing in ceremony. We actually had to do raise our right hand and do a swearing in ceremony. And it was basically everything that's on this page. Oath of affirmation, I guess. Or they call it oath taking. And basically, it was as a condition of my membership in the Special Resident Retirees Visa program of the Philippine Retirement Authority, I state your name, a citizen of the United States, in my case, hereby affirm that I would abide by the obligations of a resident retiree which I have been made aware of and have agreed to by affixing my signature, and will comply with the rules and regulations not only of the authority, but including the Constitution and laws of the Republic of the Philippines, so help me God. And that was the oath that we took. They gave us a little bag to fit this in, and there's a pocket in it for your passport, paperwork, anything like that. And also they gave us a box, a gift box, that we have a gift for you. And there's this box that had a blue ribbon wrapped around it, said Philippine Retirement Authority, and it had these little bottles in it. One is tea and thyme, it says, and the other one is lavender. Also in the box was this. I got a cotton ball sticking in the top of it because I spilled some of that putting it in. And maybe 5 or 6 of these sticks. Ann says we put the stuff in here, put these sticks in it, and makes like a room freshener, or gives a nice smell, which it does smell very nice. So they gave us that. They had snacks, cookies, food for us, drink. I didn't get really participate in eating any of the food or anything. Me and Ann, sorry for my phone going off here. Me and Ann kind of went off to the mall after everything was done and did a little walking around, went back to the room, ate, and got ready, packed for coming home yesterday. So that was the experience getting the SRRV. Now it's official. And I'd like to mention why I got the SRRV, because in my case, I'm 4.5 hours from immigration office. So anytime they need me to come into the office, it's a long drive or ferry ride if I go to Cebu or somewhere. And now they're getting to where if you're here after, most are saying a year, sometimes less actually, that you actually have to come in to an office and be interviewed about why you're in the Philippines for so long on tourist visa and all that. They want to make sure if you're going to stay here, you're going to have the right visa to stay. I used to do it online, but the last time I tried to do it online, it said I needed to come into an office. So there was that, plus you have to get an ACR card every year. That's expensive. Getting a visa every 2 months is, runs into a few dollars. The SRRV, for me being a veteran, was 1,500 US that I had to put into a bank account, and they hold it until I leave the country and leave the SRRV program, and a 1,400 US application fee. Now, if you're not a veteran, it can cost, depending on which SRRV you go for, there's 3 different ones, 4 different ones, but it runs $10,000 you have to put in the bank or $20,000 you have to put in the bank. The application fee is the same for everybody, $1,400 US. So for me, it was relatively inexpensive if you compare. If I'm going to be here several years, filing for visas every 2 months now because they did away with the 6 months, having to get an ACR card every year, that can run into a bit of money. And if I have to travel to an immigration office, that runs into time and money too. So for me, it's much more simple just to get the SRRV. I don't have to worry about if I leave the country and come back, I don't have to buy a ticket out within 30 days because if you come in as a tourist, you have to either have a ticket, return ticket, round trip ticket, or a ticket going somewhere else within 30 days. What I used to do on the visa, tourist visa, when I was come in on a one-way ticket, I had to buy a cheap ticket, say to Malaysia or somewhere like that, around $60, and just throw it away, never use it. So that, added to my airfare and the hassle, So I don't have to worry about that anymore. I can just come and go as I please. Just go through the line, show my sticker, and I'm good. So that's another reason I went for the SRRV. It's more convenience and less hassle coming back and forth from the United States back into the Philippines. And I can be a resident here and stay as long as I want. I don't have to leave after 36 months, like on a tourist visa, 36 months, you have to leave the country. You can come back, but you have to leave. And the law, from my understanding, is they're talking about changing it to 24 months you have to leave the country. So they're going to change the visas a little bit. And like I said, now, if you're here for a year, you got to come in and talk to them about why you're here on a tourist visa. If you've got a girlfriend, if you're married, why not a spousal visa? Or why not an SRRV? I've never heard of anybody getting denied, but it is a hassle. So that's one thing I won't have to worry about as well. So that's mainly why I got the SRRV, is convenience and not having to buy throwaway tickets and all that. So I'm so relieved the process is over with. Had a little, if you've seen my other video, a little snafu with some paperwork, got that pretty much taken care of. So we're all good there. Now I did see another foreigner say in one of the other offices, I don't remember exactly where he was, but he went to one of the other PRA offices for the oath taking, and all he did was fill out some paperwork. He never took an oath or anything. But in Manila, you actually take an oath and go through the motions like you're supposed to, I guess. So anyway, that's what the process was like, how everything went, and why I got it. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find the answer for you. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.